right, let's get some more people clicking the links in your emails, more click-through rates over your sales pages and your landing pages, all that sort of good stuff. So the very first one we're going to do, I call this the "We Are Starting Now" call to action, right? This is great for if you're doing like a webinar or a live workshop, maybe a YouTube live or one of those lives on one of those platforms. You're literally going to link the words "We are starting now," and that will get you a boost in sales. That urgency of the now. And then what we're going to do on the end of it is we're going to add the time. So let's say it's starting at 8 p.m. and it's now 8 p.m. We're going to put 8 p.m. in brackets at the end of that sentence. It's going to say, "We are starting now, 8 p.m." So not only is the urgency for the person who's just scrolling through their email inbox right now, that kind of person, and they happen to be free and they can dive in, but there's also the proof of any skepticism of, is it really starting right now? By having the time actually appended right there and then. As you can see, this is immediately better than the usual benefit-driven call to action that we've all been taught to do from the classic old-school email marketing, right? And I'm just getting started. I've got 4 more, even more unusual ones that will drive your click-through rate higher and higher and bring you in more sales from your email marketing.
The Email Marketing Show.
Let's get into number 2. So this is a really, really powerful one that I've been using for a long time, yet almost no one's doing it anymore. And it is to put in their name in the link. For example, video for first name. So if your name was Amy, they would receive an email that says video for Amy. It appeals to the fact that we can't help but pay attention to our name. And yes, we're usually seeing that sort of salutation in the very opening of an email. Hey, first name. Hi, first name. How's it going, first name? Dear first name. All that stuff. But seeing it in a link pulls extra attention to the link. And we want to pull people's attention to the link. And I'm going to give you one extra bonus tip at the end of this, by the way, which will massively help you get more attention to every link you ever send. So that's thing number 2, and that is video for and then merge in their name. Or it could be special offer for and then put their name in that. And the next one is a really cool one, which is to put the paperclip emoji right into the actual email, right? So you're actually going to have the paperclip emoji followed by the actual link. So put the link on a brand new line and then begin that line with the paperclip emoji. What this does is it makes it look like an attachment, which is really familiar to people, and it looks really good. It really captures people's attention. Now, if you are getting value out of this and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the big subscribe button. I release multiple videos like this to help you to make more sales from your email marketing with really practical stuff. You can go and that will just make you more sales from the email subscribers that you've already got. So hit subscribe, and don't forget, you can leave comments. I reply to every single comment. I love hearing if you've enjoyed and gotten value from this thing. So even if you've already subscribed, you can still let me know in the comments that you've enjoyed it. Okay, number 4, I don't have a visual for this because the secret number 4 here is to use the same words for the call to action link that you used in the subject line of that email. Look, that subject line got this specific person to open the email. The attitude, the mode, the mood, the psychology or the emotion of that subject line got a person to stop and open that email. So use the same exact text that got them to open it to get them to click as well. Plus, it also appeals to familiarity. So literally replicate the subject line as the call to action text. And the 5th one, and I do have a bonus one to give you in a second, which you can use for all of these and every call to action link that you ever put in your emails. So make sure you stick around for that in a second because it is huge. It's made a massive difference to my click-through rate. But before we get to that, here's the 5th proper one, and I call this a link poll. Literally, you create a list of different options that they could choose from, and each one of them is a link. So, for example, if you're in the fitness space, you might say, hey, what's your goal right now? Is it A, to lose weight? And then on the next line, have gain muscle. Then on the next line, have train for an event. And each of those options is a clickable link. So now they're thinking of that. They're no longer thinking I'm clicking to go check something out. This has a very different intention. And it also means that it doesn't feel like another benefit-driven call to action. Now, I did mention there is one bonus thing you can do, and I've been testing this over the past 4 months, and it's going incredibly well. And that is your call to action text, whatever it is, whichever of these tricks and techniques that you want to use, your call to action text, make it 2 points larger than the rest of the body text. So if you send your emails out like we do at font size 0.18, make the actual call to action text size 20. It's big enough that it looks a little bit more impactful, but you can't quite notice it, but it's also not so much bigger that it looks obnoxious. But of course, we've got to remember, it only counts because people's email inboxes are so damn crowded. So how do you get more of your emails opened? Well, I'm going to show you how we're getting better results than ever on getting our emails opened, even in AI-infested email inboxes. I'm going to show you that in this next video. Go check that one out next. I'll see you there.